What did I tell you guys? Jaelan Phillips is an absolute game wrecker, and his debut with the Philadelphia Eagles is, quite frankly, one of the craziest things I have seen. Now, the one thing I told you guys from the jump was, because this team has Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, you were going to see a lot of five-man scats, but they were going to slide their protection and kind of double team one of those interior guys, leaving Jaelan Phillips pretty much in one-on-ones off the edge. And that is exactly what you're going to see here. They're going to be in a five-man scat, slide left, man right, and essentially look at this one-on-one to the top side. Jaelan Phillips does a great job driving this guy back. How many yards, right? Boom. There's the point of contact. We drive him back about 3 yards into the front side of the quarterback. Almost get a sack, but actually help our teammate Jalix Hunt come away with it. Now, again, I am shocked. Not shocked, but he was way better than I thought he'd be. And the reason being is because of Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis creating one-on-one opportunities for him all game long. Now, again, I want to break down some of the film of Jaelan Phillips. I want to show you just how dominant this guy was. In this game alone, he had, let's see, 8 total quarterback pressures, 2 quarterback hits, 6 hurries, 5 tackles, and 4 stops. This guy is just a game wrecker. So we're going to break down the film. Before we dive in, make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't already done so yet. But also, turn on post notifications and comment down below P2 if you want another Eagles video. And let's dive in. Now look at this play here. So we're actually going to line him up over the guard, that left guard. You're going to see him lined up right over him, right? He's going to be our lane integrity guy. When we're rushing through, we want to make sure no lanes open up where Jordan Love can just take off and scramble. So I believe this is actually a really good job here from the defense, right? Just being able to play with the lane integrity. Now, at this point in time, we're waiting for all these blocks to set up. If a clear lane opens up, right, not only is he not going to run through it because we have a guy sitting there, but we might be able to attack that thing quickly, right? And you see Jaelan Phillips start to go, get blocked, but watch this football team, man. I'm telling you right now, and let's actually look really quickly. The Eagles right now, get rid of that pop-up ad. Right now, the Eagles rank 24th in sack percentage. 24th, not very good at all. In 6 weeks, I'm gonna make a video. We're gonna look back at this number. I guarantee you they're probably within the top 12, top 10, maybe even higher. And I truly believe that. Now, Jaelan Phillips has a really good power move where once he generates that contact with you, he's really tough to stop in terms of his leg strength, right? His drive power is just next level. So right here, he's kind of lined up on the inside shoulder of the tackle, what seems to be a 4-eye technique. And as he gets his one-on-one, we're going to notice that Jalen Carter is going to reach the point of attack and make sure to take away the guard. Again, if we can generate just one-on-one matchups here, we will take that all day long. So Jalen Carter, just being a team player, takes on the double team initially. And watch, we reach the point of attack here. Look how far he's able to get. Drives him back about 4 to 5 yards into the front side of the quarterback. Beautiful job. Ball comes loose. Gets a sack. I believe Nakobe Dean flies in through the second level. Great job blowing up Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Getting the sack. And then guess what? Jaelan Phillips dives on loose ball and gets a huge turnover as the Packers are driving into, trying to get into the red area. I mean, they're right there. But again, great job by Jaelan Phillips. This dude, to have 8 pressures in a game. Look at this. Look at this, man. I'm telling you, defensive line is going to be ferocious. Now, really quickly, guys, before I break down this play in a wide 9 technique, I mean, it literally can get to the quarterback anywhere. Do me a big favor, like I said before, hit the like button if you haven't already done so yet. Let's see if we can get over 700 likes on the video, but most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Philadelphia Eagles throughout the entirety of the year. Offense, defense, individual player breakdowns. We've got you guys covered, so join the family. Again, free. Doesn't cost anything. But let's dive into this play right here. I like this one. All right, another solid play here. They're in 11 personnel, which basically means you got 1 running back, 1 tight end to this side of the field, which means Jaelan Phillips is in a wide 9 technique on the outside shoulder of that tight end. Now watch this play here. So they're going to be in a 5-man scat, slide to the right, which means they're going to slide protection this way with man-to-man off to the left side. So as this happens, as it starts to generate, this right guard is already being told, right, hey, we got to watch out for Jaelan Phillips, okay? If our tackle needs help, we have to slide over. We have to help out. And you're going to see right here, he scans over. He's like, okay, might have to help out. Now, Jaelan Phillips is going to plant that left foot into the ground, act like he's going to get to the outside shoulder. He's going to bend back around through this gap, or at least try to. But again, the defense, or the offensive line, excuse me, is already starting to understand we need to help on Jaelan Phillips. So here comes the guard to help out. He still ends up generating a little bit of pressure, forcing that ball out a little bit early, and they only pick up about 2 yards on that play to their running back. Again, all I care about is generating pressure. Whenever you can generate pressure on a quarterback, you can create one of 6 different situations, whether it's a bad throw, a bad decision, maybe an interception, maybe you get the sack, maybe you force a fumble on the sack, or maybe you create a holding call on the offensive line. As long as we can get pressure on the quarterback, I am ecstatic about adding a guy like Jaelan Phillips, because that's what he can do. That's what he can do in the 7-eye. He could be in a 9. He could be in lined up in the A-gap. He could be lined up in the 5, right? It don't matter. 4-eye. He can line up everywhere on this defensive line, and he can generate pressure from anywhere. Monday Night Football is officially here. We got Packers, we got Eagles. Should be a really good game. At least in my opinion, it's got that potential. Now, I'm having so much fun on the Sleeper app. I can possibly over 1,000x my money every single day on this app, and it has been so much fun so far. And I kind of wanted to share you some of my picks before we do so. You guys can see them. But if you use my promo code DUBS, you see it right here, you are going to get a 100% match deposit up to $100, which means if you put in $100, they're going to give you $100. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50, right? It is a steal, I would do it just for that. Now, take a look at my picks. I'm going Saquon Barkley, more than 50 rushing yards. A.J. Brown, more than 40 receiving yards. Jalen Hurts, at least 1 touchdown. Jordan Love, more than 200 passing yards. And Romeo Doubs, more than 40 receiving yards. It's all lower than you may think, and I think it's safe. 30 to win 63. Not too crazy, not too wild. Let me know what you guys are doing for tonight. Are you going big? Are you staying safe? Let me know, and let's get back to the video. Okay, another dominant play right here. So they're going to be in another 5-man scat. They're going to slide over to his side. But on this time, this play, they're going to kind of chip off the tight end. The reason they do this is because they want their tackle to get into position quickly, because they know how quick Jaelan Phillips is off the edge, especially if he's lined up in that wide 9 technique, which he is right here on the outside shoulder of the tight end. So you're going to see tight end's going to chip, allowing the tackle to get into a good position. And watch this. As he gets off, look how quickly he's going from inside leverage to boom, quick out, breaks right through the offensive line and forces pressure once again. Great play by the DB to break that ball up. But again, Jaelan Phillips continuing to find ways to demoralize these offensive lines. I know it's just game 1 with them on the Eagles, but with these one-on-one matchups, and I promise you that because they now have Jaelan Phillips, you're going to see a lot of 6-man protections. You're going to see a lot of double chip and releases off the edges with the running back and tight ends, which is going to account for less routes being run and, I guess, ultimately less options for the offense, right? And all because Jaelan Phillips is going to be able to just demoralize these tackles. Great job. I'm excited for him. Now, one move that he uses a lot is the drive outside, spin inside. And right here, we're going to see them do a really good job again. Offensive line this time is really focused on Jalen Carter, which they're going to have to be a lot. Trust me. We're going to generate that outside leverage here. Get to the outside shoulder. We're going to force this guy to kind of open up his hips to us. And as we plant that foot into the ground, we're going to spin back to the inside. If he held the ball for an extra second or two, we probably would have had an easy sack there from Jaelan Phillips. Again, gets off the edge very, very quickly, lowers his center of gravity. Now, the reason we lower our center of gravity is because these tackles tend to be so big that if you get low enough, it's very tough for them to reestablish pad level in hand leverage back at the chest because they're too big. So we lower our center of gravity. Once we get that outside leverage, boom, spin back to the inside right there, man, right there. I cannot wait to see how good this team is over the next 3, 4, 5 weeks as he continues to build more chemistry with his teammates, especially Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Nolan Smith is back, right? You have Jalix Hunt, who I like. I'm excited for this team, man. How do you guys feel? And also, I'm probably going to end the video here, so let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next. Maybe an Andrew Makuba video, maybe a Jalen Carter video, maybe Nakobe Dean. Let me know. Subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.